Go ahead, Alpha.
All right, thank you so much for allowing me. Good evening, everyone. My name is Oluwatoyin Ajayi, and I'm the ADM for this team, Super Alpha team. And tonight I'll be presenting our end report, which is Sprint Eagle. And the report period is the 27th of 11th to 10th of December, 2023. All right, the name of our project is Mentors Kit website, and the mandate is to develop a mentorship website where mentors can connect with with mentees. The budget for this website is $357, and the timeline for this project is 3 months. This is an overview of our project. Sorry, I'm trying to pull out the panel hub. Yeah, the project summary. So on the budget plan, we have the outline from the sprint 0 till sprint 5. And as it is, we are currently within the budget with 46,440. In terms of our team attendance, we have for this sprint Eagle, we had 65% attendance with 35% of our team not showing up for our meetings. And in terms of our issues, we have a total of 10 issues with 8 issues closed and 2 issues ongoing. And with our risk, we have, in total, we had 4 risks and 1 is currently open, whilst our Azure DevOps metrics it's showing that we are 74 ahead of the sprint in terms of our PBIs. Sorry, the impediments we experienced during this sprint are one was the issue with devices. Most of our teams had issues with their devices and software, so what we then did, the resolution for this was to, get other team members to take on extra task, so that we don't have any task left undone or, missing out on any PBIs for the sprint. We also had meeting issues where some people were unable to join, and a lot of people stayed back, kind of were missing the meeting. And this could be because of the fact that everyone sent in their work on Friday, the end report, so they all kind of signed out during, towards the end of this sprint. So we had fewer attendance. People weren't turning up for meetings, and people were also having issues with the timing and all that. Thank you. We did document some lessons learned for this period as well. This is a snippet of it, just in case, so that other people or the next intern or other people can, learn 1 or 2 things from our project. Thank you. I'm now passing this to the Scrum team. I don't know if Omobolanle is on the call. Right, I'm just going to talk through Omobolanle's, this is from the Scrum team, but Omobolanle is the only one that's been able to send in her work. And so I'm going to just talk through what she sent in. She said, I think she documented our work during the sprint. Part of what she did was to facilitate the Scrum ceremonies, such as the daily Scrum, sprint planning, sprint review, product backlog refinement, and also to attend some workshop like the EXOT workshop, and also resolve some impediments as well. Thank you. I'm not going to pass on to, because on this slide I do not have other team members' work. But I believe the BAs are on the call right now, and they will be presenting their work. Thank you. Over to you, BA team.
Sorry, just give me a minute to load that up. Thank you. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Uche. I'll be presenting on behalf of the business analyst for Sprint 5, the Eagle Sprint. This sprint, the team collaboratively worked on the user guide, which is an instruction manual on how to use the website and navigate the website. And this also includes features of the website. MentorSkid, a dynamic mentorship website designed to bridge the gap between aspiring mentees and experienced mentors across IT industries. This platform has been meticulously crafted to empower users by facilitating connections, scheduling mentor sessions, and fostering a nurturing environment for guidance and support. Our aim is to ensure a user-friendly, secure, and scalable experience to meet the evolving needs of our growing community. This is the table of content for the user guide, which includes introduction, getting started, user profiles, mentor search, scheduling mentor sessions, communication tools, and the rating and payment system. Introduction to the new website. A mentorship website conceived to bridge the gap between aspiring minds and seasoned professionals across IT industries and fields. At the core of this initiative lies a commitment to crafting a nurturing platform that facilitates meaningful connections and propels growth through mentorship. The new site includes features such as intuitive user interface, mentor search feature, scheduling system, user profile system, integrated messaging platform, rating and review system, and secure payment mechanism. This is the system overview. Landing page, the header menu, which consists of the MentorSkid logo and the home button. That's circled here. The About Us button, this is just found here, it's circled here. You can access the About Us. The sign up button, this is for the mentor and the mentee. So you're able to sign up as a mentor or a mentee. You also have the option to log in. Once you've successfully signed up as a mentor or a mentee, you can log in. We then move on to the profile settings for the mentor. You have the option to obviously, you can access your profile settings here. This is just a continuation of that, which includes my calendar as well. Continuation with screenshots from that as well. You also have the security feature where you can delete your account, if the website doesn't function for you any longer or you don't want to continue with the website. You also have the option to have a look at your mentoring log hours as a mentor. That's here, circled here. You can also have a look at your bookings. You can also have a look at your transactions and invoices. So you can have a look at payments that's been made to you by mentees for the session. That's here. You can also track your earning history as well. Here. Then we move on to profile settings for the mentee as well. So as a mentee, you can also update your personal details. Like the mentor, you have the option to just click here, and then you can save and update accordingly. You also have the option as well, just like the mentor, to delete your website. I'm sorry, to delete your account if it's no longer functionable for you. And you can also have a look at your bookings and the payments made to mentors as well. That's here. And this is the process on how to actually find a mentor. On the header, you just click on Find a Mentor here. And then you can just enter your subject level, which course that you're interested in. For example, if you want to book with Lord Mo, you can just, if you click on Apply Filters, that will bring you to the preferences, mentors that match your preferences. For example, Lord Mo. You can view his profile as well. And if you want to book Lord Mo, for example, you can click on Book Mentor. It also has the option to narrow it down a little bit more, so you can enter the dates that you want, with the times, the dates. The available slots will appear here. As you can see, available slots that are available, you just click on Save and Continue here. And you also have the option to book for somebody else. You can highlight that here. And then you just proceed to check out. This is just the payment gateway that we have. You enter your details, your billing details. And this is a secured payment gateway as well, which provides a way to keep your information confidential. And then you should just receive an order received message to confirm that you've booked a mentor. And then this is just the body of the website, which shows what MentorSkid offers. We have CV reviews, developer, QA, Scrum Master, and BA. And then we move on lastly to communication tools. This is for the mentor. So this is just the steps that you take to find the mentor. To have communication with your mentee. And then we move on to the mentee perspective to communicate with your mentor. That's here. You just click on Let's Talk Now. And that's it. Thank you, guys. I'm not sure who I should pass it over to. I'm not sure if it's the DAs or the QAs. If there are any QAs on the call, I can see if anybody has something to present.
Thank you, Uche. I believe it's the QAs. Alex? Let me see if Alex is on the call. Messi? Messi, please, are you guys ready? The QA ready, please. Sorry, allow me, so just please bear with us, please. 1 second.
I think we can move to the next team, then we'll come back to you so that we use this time. Yeah. anyway. So if the next team is ready, so let's move on and we can come back.
Hello, good evening, everybody. So I don't know, I could just share, this is a BA Jamie. So I just want to run through user guide. Is that okay?
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Okay. So I'll just share. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it, Jamie.
Okay, so just
we can see your screen.
Okay, just to state, ours doesn't have the pictures, but we tried as much as possible to give the content of what the user guide for the mentor skit does. So this is the table of content which has getting started, and the getting started talks about us, sign up, login, the user profile, and then profile management, mentorship actions, and booking and sessions, and then payment and invoicing, the mentorship sessions, and troubleshooting and support, then conclusion. So so getting started, you get to the welcome to MentorSkit page, and the welcome to MentorSkit page has the banners which contains the about us, sign up, login, and user profile page. So mainly the login and the sign up. Once you click them, you just get to sign up. It embarks on a mentorship journey. Start by creating your account, provide essential details such as your name, emails, and secure password. Complete the registration process by verifying. And then you get into the login. And from login, it takes you to the user page. Upon logging in, you will land on your profile page, and you'll find an overview of your mentorship activities, profile setting, and for mentor and mentee.
Hello, Jamie. Sorry,
Yeah.
apologies. I got disconnected. I think my battery just went flat. So can you restart the game, please? Apologies for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't gone anywhere. Just I said at the beginning that we don't have pictures, but we just we gave a user guide step by step how you run through the MentorSkit platform, and for us, this is the content. So the content covers getting started, which is the login, about us, login, sign up, and then the next you get to the profile management, which is to complete your profile. Then the mentorship actions, which is specific. You have mentor specific actions, mentee specific actions, and then you have the search now bar, which has to do with filtering to search for a mentor, and then the booking. Booking a session, finding a mentor, booking a mentor, and group sessions and stuff. Then you have payment and invoicing, mentorship sessions, and troubleshooting and support.
I don't know. I think Silk is the vibe.
So,
Event in this. Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
hello, whoever, please can you mute, please? So getting started, we'll get to the home page, and the whole page, you have the navigation bar, which is the header, which has about us, sign up and log in and find a mentor. And with the about us, you can learn more about the MentorSkit, its mission, and the community. Then sign up for you can embark as a mentorship journey. You can embark on your mentorship journey as a mentor or a mentee. You can sign up and then log in. Once you register, log in to using your credentials. And then if you forget your password, use the forgot password option to reset. So the profile management, you have your complete your profile. So that has the personal details, contact details, area of expertise, my calendar, security, mentoring hours, hours log, and then booking. So for the personal details, you can update your first name, your last name, gender, and taglines, and contacts. You can provide your essential contact information, including WhatsApp number and Skype ID for the mentees. Area of expertise just features the mentor's opportunity to showcase their expertise and skills. And then my calendar sets up the mentor's availability for mentoring sessions. Security has to do with the opportunity or the option of deleting your account if you need to. So I'll just move on to the next page. And then for the mentorship actions, which has specifically to do with mentor-specific actions, so mentors can manage their profiles, set their availability, create individual sessions, create group sessions, and collaborate with other mentors. And they can navigate to the respective sections in their dashboard to access features. The mentee-specific actions, the mentees can manage their profile, bookmark favorite mentors, and view and book mentorship sessions. You can also explore my booking and my favorite sections to streamline their experience. The search now features, this includes the following filters. So subjects and levels, so you can actually filter out or filter to make sure that you get the right mentor you're looking for with the subjects you want mentorship in. And then gender, what gender of mentor you want? You want a female, you want a male? You can actually select and filter out, or you want both. You know, if you're indifferent to whichever, you can actually select that too. Then for mentor availability, you can filter out what time of day or week or what specific hour you want to have your mentorship session. So with the booking session, you need to go to find a mentor which is available as soon when you log in or at the beginning, but actually you have to log in first to click to get in to use the finding a mentor. So you can utilize the find a mentor feature to discover mentors based on expertise, availability, and rating. And, then you can also filter and sort options for help to narrow your search. So booking a mentor, once you have found your mentor, you can initiate the booking process, and specify whether you are interested in an individual or group sessions. And then group sessions, you can explore group mentorship sessions organized by mentors. Join the session to engage with mentors and follow up mentees, fostering a collaborative learning environment. So for payments and invoices, once you've concluded your booking, to complete that process, you have to go into the payment process. So complete the payment securely through the MetaSkid. You follow the payment guide process, ensuring smooth transactions. So for the mentor, you have the PayPal sessions, PayPal platform to make your payments. And then you can also navigate the platform for your invoice and your bills, you know, whether you're a mentee or you're a mentor. So for mentorship sessions, again, the participation in individual mentorship session, you can engage with mentor, learn, and discuss your goals. You can also provide feedback after each session. Share your feedback, your input helps mentors to improve their and ensuring their continuity as enriching their mentorship with this mentorship platform. For us, one of the things we looked at too was showing that technical issues in terms of problems, you refer to a troubleshooting guide within the platform, visit our support center, which has to do with contact us, So you can contact there's a contact us aspect which is at the homepage, and then you can reach out and just state what your problem is. Also cookies, just in case it complies with GDPR, so that you know that your data is properly handled. In conclusion, we want to you just state congratulations to the team. We are now well equipped to navigate Mentorskid and make the most of your mentorship journey. Embrace the learning, collaboration, and growth in the Mentorskid platform. Thank you. That's all for the Mentorskid users guide, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Jemmy. And I'm going to share the test closure report that the QAs had devised. So give me a moment, please, and I'll share that. Oh, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Yeah, so good evening, I'm Choma. This is the QA's test closure report that they devised. So I'm just going to share it.
Sorry, 1 minute. For what squad is this one?
Okay, just bear with me. So it's a Word document. So here we have table of contents. So the project background, some of the test summary, and then the conclusion as well. So the overview is the Mentorskid project, creating an interactive mentorship platform, where mentors can guide and coach individuals. And then we have the objectives, which were the user-centric experience, verification, secure payment, visual design, and effective booking system. And so as a team of testers, what they did was really testing and validating the functionality. So they used the cycle model, the test type, manual automation, regression, and then the system they used and the test environment is QA-mentorskid.com. And I know that Super Alpha shared that already. So the tools they use, Azure DevOps, Visual Studio, Sniping Tool, and Microsoft Office as well. So their test summary, here are in the different sprints, here are the number of test cases that they wrote for each sprint. So sprint A, 26, sprint B, 31, 64, 45, and 24. And as you go down, you can see the status, the bug status that they had, the number of bugs that were identified per sprint. And for the final sprint, there was just one. And then some were carried over from various sprints from sprint A to B, C, D. So there were sprint PBIs that were carried over for each sprint. And then by the end, all 4 were closed. And so some of the recommendations are that the exit criteria has not been fully met, but the product can be moved to the next phase of testing and implementation. There are standing issues that there's still 1 PBI in committed, 3 PBIs in development, 1 PBI in QA. And the other challenges that they faced as testers, as QAs, was that there was developers delay in building the application, but also sometimes there was the POs didn't always have time. There was a capacity to do with time and capacity as well. So in conclusion, all the test scripts have been successfully executed. All the actual results were captured and documented, and all the defects were also documented and signed off. And that brings me to the end of the QA's report for Team Flex. Thank you. And also just to say, unfortunately, Team Flex, we weren't able to get our closure report together. And that's why Jeremy and also the QAs have been able to present. So that's all we have to present tonight. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Thank you. So do we have any more from the super offer?
Yes, please, JG. The DAs would like to present their work. I'll be sharing my screen because I'll be sharing the slide from my end. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. This is Adeni Finfola presenting on behalf of the data analyst for Super Alpha team. The next slide. These are the team members. And the next slide, we see a breakdown of what we did in Sprint 5. There was a creation of dashboard, updating of database, enforcement of row level security under Power BI. And then in Excel, there was the conversion of a text to column, data validation, conversion of dates, number of tests, number to text, conditioning, conditional format. And then in Tableau, we had the creation of set and SQL. We worked on data types. The next slide. And here we have the dashboard that we created showing the sales performance for the year 2020 of the Agile Adventure Works. And we have the sales performance, the sales margin. As it went up, it came down for the years that we have there. The next slide. And then for Excel, just as I said, there was a creation of, we had to convert the text to column. And then we also had to work even with the data that we had for the interview preparation that we had in Excel. The next slide. And here we have the image, the artifact showing how we did the conversion on behalf of the team from text to columns. And we can also see the way it went even from the next one. And then we have the interview prep questions showing the need for us to create the table for the total female and male counts for the years, and then also to show the pivots, to generate as many pivots as possible in solving the question in the interview prep. And here we have the charts that were generated showing the active versus the orders and the head counts by financial year. And then the breakdown, we have the table towards the left, and then we also have the employee analysis by type and by financial year. The next slide. And here we also have the same thing showing the head count by financial year, and we also have the pivots table showing the financial year for 2022-2023, and we have the sum of employee count even for the other years stated in the question. Next slide. And then we have a brief revision of what we did in the past sprints for Tableau. Next slide. Here we have the top 10 states by sales as we worked with the database that we had for the Superstore, and then the sales geographic visualization showing the performance, sales performance, even by the cities. And then we also have the average profit over time as it spread even from the year 2014 to 2018 as it went up and came down. And then we also had a scatter plot of the profits against the sales performance, even of the Superstore. The next slide. And here we also have the scatter chart showing the sales performance against the profits, The next slide. Here we also have the subcategory by sales, showing the performance over of each of the subcategory of products that we have. The next slide. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elfin, follower. And that will be it from our end, Deji, and allow me. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'll just go quickly through the report and what I've got captured. Yeah, but well done, everyone. That was good anyway. So like I said, yeah, because it's the end of the program. So I just kind of actually to present something small anyway, not big as what we've done. So I know that you guys already know how to do report, you know what to do. I want to say, to be honest, it's really, really impressive what you guys have done over the last 3 months. Actually, I think you guys can look back. It's not, no one should even give your report. You should also give yourself report to see, like, when I joined the program, what I know and what I knew at that particular time, what you now know now. So I think you know that you've really, really grown actually. So even the presentation, the confidence level, and in terms of how people now speak about some buzzword, some artifacts, is really, really, really encouraging. So I want to say thank you to everyone for a job well done. And or you just make it easier anyway. And like I said in the beginning of the program, maybe the first or second sprint, you guys actually brought the A game. And not only that, sometimes when at the end of the program, people get tired because like we know, the internship is really, really a difficult one. So I'm really looking into how to make it easy, to be honest. It's really, really difficult for me. So if you do know how, right, because I think I to get the feedback, I will start looking into the feedback that you guys have provided. I know the team are looking into that so that we can implement that for the next batch. So I know one of those areas is the fact that this program is really, really, really intense, and I'm also willing to see how we can make it a bit easier without having to tone it down. Do you get it now? That because I don't believe in doing something wishy-washy, to be honest. That's another thing. So but I also believe that people should have a life anyway. So not like, yeah, I know that some people are even now kind of happy, and they have a sign of relief that this internship is over. But as they're having that, also they are also missing it as well. That's, oh, hopefully this is not going to end. It's like kind of that misbelief anyway, to say what's going to happen after this internship. But of course, you have your Christmas break to think about and Christmas turkey to think about as well. So so without anything, so first think about that anyway. So I want to say well done to everybody. So it's really, really, really impressive what you guys have done. So yeah. So quickly, let me look into what I've got jotted down. So the first one, Super Alpha. So yeah, the ADM report, that was really, really impressive, to be honest. That was I can say maybe this is the best report from an ADM thus far, even throughout this program, right? One thing is, like, I like how you put the project head summary together, right? All those 6 dashboards, they really speak to me actually. So they make a lot of sense. Not only the figure itself, but how you've kind of put them together. So you look at them as they are not like squeezed together. They are, it's basically like a what you expect a data analyst to present as an insight into data, and you guys did that, to be honest. So I can say well done on that. That really, really, it's really, really good. So I've got one question. So maybe if you want to unmute, you can actually ask anyway. In the dashboard, there's one part of the dashboard that I want to ask question about. Is the leftmost part where you have the 400, 350 up to here, and you now have the x-axis is 1, 2, 3, right? I really don't know what those 1, 2, 3s are for. that is my first question. So if you want to tell me what those are for, because another thing, instead of putting 1, 2, 3, right, you should have put what those 1, 2, 3 are for, right? Because then you don't even need to kind of come out and explain. For me, I didn't get insight on that particular dashboard. That is on that particular chart that you put in there. So, and if you know what I mean, so yeah, I need to know what those are for. Then the second thing that I also want to ask is the infrastructure, right? So you put 210 for each of the sprints, right, for infrastructure. So how did you come up with that number? Because I was expecting them to be more, because you guys have got almost like 21 people. So if you are saying £10 for infrastructure, even for your DevOps itself, only should be more than that. Talk less of the fact that you guys, you see, have the VCO, you have the what else? The balsamic, and also other things as well. So in terms of infrastructure, because you have budget to spend, but you didn't spend it. Maybe is a part of the infrastructure that you didn't actually account for. 100%. So you need to, if you can look into that, because that's another thing that you might want to look into. Then in terms of some of the challenges that you put in there, I think devices and the software malfunction, it always happen at work anyway. So that's where you have these DevOps and the support guys to speak to you, so that in case if you have any laptop issues, your team they are not able to do their work because of laptop and everything, you ask them to speak to the support team. But of course, this is your devices anyway. So, and another thing also is the attendance. Like I said before, right? These programs start with ADM and Scrum Master. It would also end with the ADM and Scrum Master. The first one, you setting up the team, and and at the end also the team motivation has reduced. You need to kind of make sure that you speak to them, bring them up. And one thing that you will have seen, that you guys have gone through the Tuxman theory, team formation theory, right? So you have a performing team, then eventually they kind of wanted to fall into non-performing team anyway. So what do you do actually to ensure that your team still continue performing? So even why the morale is still low anyway. So I want to say thanks for all the lesson learned. So I would I'm actually looking into some of them anyway, so which I think is good. You all mentioned that we should have a team leader for each of the room. So they said the team leader should confirm each interest in the position and be held accountable for the incomplete tasks. I think that is really, really important. So which I think normally we ask for volunteers anyway, but it's something that would also look into that. So also, to ensure that the team leads are accountable for their actions, and also for the teams as well. So well done. To be honest, it was really, really good. And so, and for the SM one, I really there's not much of the updates to add to that one anyway. So that's the kind of what an SM would do anyway. So, but I would say well done on that one. That is really, really good. So moving on to the BA, I think this is the one that Uche presented anyway. So for the that is the user guide. That was brilliant. That was exceptional, to be honest. And looking into that, I was like, wow, that's good. And not only that, how you presented it, that is one. Then how the user guide was done anyway. So of course I will be a bit critical about it, but it's not like it is best. But just like as a mentor, I just need to this you could improve, this you could improve. But if I was to do it, maybe I would not have done better. But of course, reviewing it opened my mind to some of the things that I've done in the time past, so I can even tell you. But to be honest, it was really, 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 really good. I like the table of content, even looking at it. And I was like, even this is something that we even in the next batch, we will have given them as what's it called, the feature to be developed anyway. So, but right now it's even good that we now have interns as product owners anyway, so which they are going to kind of flesh out the features. So because most of the things that you put in your table of contents are really features that you've developed. And one thing that I'm not sure is if you guys developed everything, right? Or it's basically what our mentor skid works now. Do you get it now? If you just went to do the mentor skid, that's fine. Maybe that's what you wanted to do. That's okay. But for a user guide, you would do a user guide on what you've released. Do you get it now? So for instance, if you don't do anything about ratings, so you will just kind of leave it anyway, or do you get it now? Because of course you will assume that rating, a user guide for rating already been done, or you didn't do a rating at all, which means that rating will not be there. Or what you could also will have done is to add to update already made user guide. So basically, let's say rating was already done before, that means there will be a user guide for rating before now. So you open that user guide, you update what you've done in there. So that's one thing I want to just clarify and add to what you've done. But that was, yeah, and also the introduction to the website was also good anyway. And I don't know whether the fact that you added the color to the background, I don't mind, to be honest, so which I think is okay. So, but because some of these user guides are printed out, sometimes maybe having them in white backgrounds might have been better. But even like if you put on a website like that, it's really good actually. Or if it's in a PDF, it's also good actually, because with PDF, it's the color brings it out better. But if you now have to print it out, then you have to lose the color. Or do you get what I mean? So, but it's really good anyway. So well done. So, and I like the fact how you kind of did introduction on the features, explaining them and everything, which I think is good. So one thing I can say is like, even for all your team members to go and really use this particular user guide, because then when you go for interviews, you'll be able to talk about different features of the website. Maybe at this particular time, you are still not sure what the website is for, right? Having to read this now give you that exposure. So I would really advise you, or your B have done terrific job. Okay, please go and read them actually, which I think is really good anyway. So well done on this one. So to be honest, I would say even today, this is the highlight of the presentation. Having done this one is really good. Well done. So one thing I want to say, like I said, this is me just being a bit critical about what you've done. So the pictures were nice and they are sharp, not fuzzy, which I think is really good actually. And you put them where they need to be. You explain them at the top. You explain what you're about to do. You corroborate with picture at the bottom. So one thing I want to say, instead of putting the oval or the circle shape, I would use rectangle. Normally, when I do user guides, I'll use rectangle. The red is okay, right? To be honest, I wouldn't even something if red or blue or as primary colors that kind of you are able to distinguish what you're and highlight what you're looking for. But it's only that sometimes I don't feel like the oval shape does justice on this thing anyway, because if you do rectangle, it fitting into that particular shape that you are looking for and you want to highlight without having to go ahead outside the box or something like that. So that I would say that would really be good. That's the only thing I want to talk in time of the picture, but it was really good how you've kind of laid it out, talking about each of the buttons, what they are for, and highlighting them is really brilliant. So, and I want to say well done for that. So that was good anyway. So another thing is, if in terms of, for instance, when you go to the landing page, you say enter mentorskid.com in your browser and you put that in a box. I won't put that in a box. Instead, maybe I would put that in like a list. Do you get it now? Because you are going through it like a process to say, for you to do this right now, and go to mentorthis.com on the landing page, click on about us or something like that. Or if it's going to, if it's an header, we'll make an header, but I won't put it like like a box, right? Be a rectangular box. That's the only thing I wouldn't do anyway. If it's going to be a title, let it be a title, so that, yeah. So, or if it's going to be like a list or what's it called, a bullet point, that's on that. But it's not like it's totally bad. Just me trying to look for a way to make it better. The same way, all those the rectangle box that you put at the left, also I would put as a bullet point at the top to say, okay, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to go to the sign up page. I'm going to click on the home page, and this will display. So I will just use it like that, like a flow, right? Now on the home page, fill the form and click on there, then you put that in there. But what you've done also is fine, because I can relate to what you are doing. It's not like it's bad, but I'm just talking about how you could make it better anyway. But it's really, really, really good anyway. So another thing, moving on, what I also saw was okay, I think, yeah, what I'm talking about now, you actually did similar thing at the bottom when you go to area of expertise, contact us. Exactly what you've done, that is what you should have done at the top. Even the profile, the mentor profile setting, mentoring, how you've done that, that's what you should have done for the other one that you put in the rectangular box anyway. So, and you can see, yeah, it's really, really good. It looks tidy and neat. Actually, even the calendar and everything, which I think was really, really good actually. So, yeah, so maybe I would assume that this is where experience comes into place, because when you first started, you thought this is the best way. As you are moving forward, and I thought, oh, this is another best way to do that, basically. So, and that's why it's good when you repeat things several times, you get more experience in that. So well done on that one anyway. So, but later I think you move back to that approach again, which I think, yeah, I think you just take, yeah. So for instance, when you go to the transaction and invoices, you actually capture everything, which is brilliant. You put them 1, 2, 3, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what you need to do, and then you kind of then put a screenshot at the end to capture what you've done. And then you know, so when you want to initialize a transaction, this is the step to do that. That is brilliant. That is exceptional. That is really, really brilliant. That's what I'm actually expecting you to do, which I think is really, really good. And to be honest, I think your team should read this, and they should be happy with what you've done. And even if you go to the next one, it's like tracking any histories and everything. So that was also good as well. So well done for that one as well. So yeah, so, and I think it's really, really good. So well done on that one. So the only thing that I also want to mention is the arrow, how you use the arrow. If I was to use the arrow, I would point to the arrow and put like the rectangle to it. Do you get it now? So that, because when you just pointed the arrow and you put a rectangle at the left or the right, which I think, for me, it doesn't say anything actually. For instance, say enter subject of choice, mentor choice, and everything, and then you actually circle some area, you pointed arrow to some area. So without you talking, right? Because as you are talking, I now know what you wanted to do. But I would, if it's an arrow that I'm pointing out to, right, I will point to the arrow and I put a square to at the top of the arrows pointing to what I'm talking about. So that it's not only arrow without anything anyway. So you know what I mean. So, but that was yeah, that is good. It's only that, so when you are using an arrow, you just need to kind of point it back to like a square that explains what that arrow is for, so that because the arrow is just basically pointing to another a particular object, right? And you now need to actually explain what that particular object. Even within the arrow also, you could write whatever you want to write inside the arrow itself anyway, so without having to use the square, yeah, the rectangle own shape anyway. So which I think, yeah, another thing, yeah, even talking about that, there's a part that you've actually used what I'm talking about, which is the communication tool, right? Where you point to a section at the inbox, right? And then you now join it with a rectangle box. That is brilliant. That's what I'm talking about, actually. That is brilliant because you now have the arrow saying, this is inbox. When you click on that inbox, you see the profile page and everything. And that is what I'm expecting. But having said that, anyway, the rectangle box has got something, yeah, that you kind of just completely cut off. So you need to watch out for that. So so that, yeah, extend the rectangle box so that it can show what is in there at the bottom of the rectangle. So, but to be honest, this is just me being petty anyway. So that is excellent. That is brilliant. Okay. And then the next one is the Flex one user guides. So I think while you guys started and where you start to kind of do the presentation, you're already giving yourself feedback anyway, because that is also good anyway. So which means that when you saw what the Super Alpha team did and I thought, okay, yeah, we didn't put pictures, we should have put pictures. I think that is important anyway. So, and I think with that, you will have done more by adding pictures. So I would say if you see have time, put pictures. But in terms of the text also, the text that you put there in is good. But the only thing I would want to add that, yeah, for instance, when you say login, or you say, oh, once register, log into but you need to put the steps to do that. Do you get it now? When you log in, what do you log in with? Username and password. Enter your username, enter your password. But you assume that the person that you're talking to is not technical savvy. Do you get it now? You want to kind of tell them what they are going to do, right? That's the purpose of user guide. You want to guide them through using your application. Do you get it now? So that is the purpose. So user profile. How do you go to user profile? What do you need to do? Do you get it now? So you basically, like, is another way of writing your user, what's it called? User story, technically, for someone that's non-technical. You've done that. You've done user story anyway. So maybe what we're going to be doing next time actually is like, this user guide will not leave it to the end. So as you guys are kind of doing your user guide, the user story, I will ask them to start preparing that user guide as well at the same time. Maybe that would also make this exercise to be better, hopefully. So if Bolu can take note of that one anyway as we go along for the next part. But this is also good anyway. So in terms of your profile management and everything that you added in there. But of course, I could have said that you should add more, right? So, and I know, yeah, you could do better, maybe because of the time that you guys had anyway, you didn't have time to put everything. So, but it's good, it's a good start, to be honest. So because you've kind of, if for instance in the searching new feature, you put lots of things in there and you've also explained what they are for, which I think is fine anyway. It's really, really good. So well done for that. So that is good. Okay, all right. I'll also put somewhere on my thing, on my notes here actually. So because everything that you put in there were really, really good. The question I had, that did you actually finish all these features on yeah, or yeah, that's another thing that I put in there. But it's okay if you just go, okay, this is the user guide for Mentor's Kit, but we didn't, it's not everything that we did anyway, but that also is fine anyway. So but of course, user guide should be based on what you've done. So another thing in terms of yours, which I think also applies to the Super Alpha as well, but kind of pointing on your own one, is you mentioned the payment gateway, right? You mentioned the payment process, but I didn't see a section about payment gateways. But I know you mentioned paper, but it's not only paper that was there. So you should have a section as well talking about the payment gateways anyway. But I'm not sure that you want to call it payment gateway, right? So because this should be the user guide should be a document that you should not use technical terms, because you assume that people that are going to be reading it. They are just normal users anyway. So, but I'm expecting that you list them, you talk about how to kind of use them as well anyway. But to be honest, that is kind and I want to say one of the areas that you did very, very well, that even the Super Alpha team did not add, is that troubleshooting and support, which I think is brilliant to put that anyway. Troubleshooting, and so in case you have any issues, how do you troubleshoot? Who do you talk to? Where do you get it now? That is one area I think you've done really, really well. Even though they are just punching notes that you put in there, but I think it's really, really good. Then also last comment is like the conclusion. I wouldn't put that anyway. Maybe not as you've added it. Maybe there might be conclusion, but not the way you added it. I get what you're trying to say. And I want to believe that you won't add that to normal user guide anyway. You just added it for the purpose of this particular training. So, and that is good. So, and also, okay, so another thing, just this is off point, because as people are going, sometimes I write things on my notes actually, so I just write this so that I don't forget. So for those guys that are in advance, okay, that you've actually planned to be in advance, you've paid and you've been added. So what I can say is that please speak to Pat before end of the year. Okay, schedule a meeting with Pat. Pat is a coach anyway, so and you will benefit from maybe even 10 minutes or one or whatever time she has with you to actually being able to guide you through your next year, maybe next year plan. Do you get it now? I know she's been talking to me and said, Deji, we need to do this particular seminar, and even if it's just say, okay, what's the next plan for the next year? So but I would say that, yeah, I don't know whether we have that moment maybe next week within the advanced team, so that we can say what's your plan. So have the yeah, so but please do schedule a time with Pat Emmanuel, so and you can sneak into a DM and say, Deji said that I should schedule a time with you for my career plan and everything. So, and I think she'll be able to help you. She's got that soft touch, which I don't have, and yeah, which I think she does that very well anyway. Okay, so the next one is the test closure report. So well done to the keywords anyway. It's good to see this. So, and I'm really, really impressed with this one as well. So well done. The background is good. The objective is also, and also the test approach and the okay, so the manual testing approaches, and the only thing I can say, they're also going to be, so what are the test techniques that you guys use? So that's one, you might want to put those things in there. So like, okay, we use boundary value analysis, equivalent partitioning, and everything. Do you get it now? So those are the things that you want to kind of put in there anyway. So, and you also mentioned the tools. One thing that I want to say, this is very for new guys, if you are coming in. For me, when you mention tools, I can say Microsoft Office. So if you're also, if this applies to you, I'm talking to everybody right now. So let's say tools, now you put Microsoft Office. As a newbie, yeah, you're shortchanging yourself. Do you get it now? Instead of saying Microsoft, you have to spell it out. I use Excel, PowerPoint, Office. Do you get it now? Don't just say Microsoft Office. Do you get it now? So because your office could be on a PowerPoint, okay, or do you get it now? And even you guys, everyone here maybe you don't know, you've used SharePoint, because all your documents are stored in a SharePoint automatically on this platform. So, and maybe you guys also don't know. So when you share, if you go to the document that you downloaded, okay, try to open it on the web, and you will see that it's stored on a SharePoint. So technically, so you can actually say I've used SharePoint because the documents are stored there, and open it anyway. So that's what the SharePoint is for. But I know it's other thing, other area how to manage SharePoint anyway. So that's another part anyway. But yeah, so in the test summary, that also is good as well. So well done on that. I like how you've kind of laid them out per sprint as well. So, and you can see the number of test cases that was done for each of the sprints as well, and as well as the bugs and their status. So well done on that one. That was good. And yeah, for me, I would say the highlight about this test report is the recommendation, actually. Even though it's one line, I like that. Yeah. And that's one of your job as a QA, right? You are not because I was speaking to one of my QA directors sometime, and it was like, what's the role of a QA, right? Are you supposed to catch a bug and say you are not going to release? And it was like, and we're now talking, I said, okay, as a quality assurance, you are meant to assure quality. So you would kind of give indication of the quality, right? So what you guys are saying, which is really, really good, you are saying that exit criteria has not been fully met, right? That is, so you are telling the stakeholder, this is what I've found out. We have not met the exit criteria, but whatever you guys do is your own palaver, is your own issue to do. But as a keyway, I'm saying we've not met the exit criteria. But of course, this product can be moved into the next phase if you want to move forward anyway. But that which I think is good and is an indication. You are giving an indication of what the product is, the quality is about. Well done on that one. So so the conclusion also is good. So well done on that one. So and yeah, I think Super Alpha data team or data analyst team. So well done on that report as well. So that was also good as well. So I just love the data analyst team. I don't know. So and I like how you kind of wrap it up again with a very good, nice and tidy presentation. Even I like the what's it called? The PowerPoint that the Super Alpha use, I think is really, really good actually. So sometimes I say, should I just steal it because it's so blue, like blue sky? And I like how everything is, and the blue is really, really good actually. And even that dark or light, it actually does justice to the presentation. And also the okay. All right, so I would kind of go off point quickly. Actually, this is basically on what I also added to my report and as well. So, which is very, very important for everybody. If there's anything that you did not get, or if you don't get anything on this program right now, yeah, whenever you do your presentation or whenever you go for interview or speak to anybody, there's something that will actually never to lose is confidence, right? Confidence, even if you are speaking rubbish, speak them with confidence, right? Be confident of what you know. In fact, what you know is sufficient for you to get the job. I'm talking about everybody. So it's very, very important for you to know that you don't require more, right? In fact, some people did not know what you know when they get a job. And sometimes I get some feedback when people that have done the internship on Blue Skies start to speak to people that are already working, and they start to converse and they say, oh, really? You know this, you know that. What are you doing? And no, I'm not working. I've just finished my training. And you know all these things, then you should start to work. Do you get it now? So you should know that you know a lot. And even though if you are still unfortunate to get the job and they are saying, unfortunately. So what I'm going to tell you is like, you don't need to worry. So in some cases, interview has got some element of luck as well. So there will be time that luck will shine on your part, or whether if you want to make it spiritual grace and favor. So just continue with it. Something that I would want you not to do is to lose confidence. Yeah, you know what you know, right? And no one can take it away from you. That's what I want to say quickly. I just put that in my notes anyway. So, but in terms of the DA, so well done. I'm really, really impressed. And also even the revisions of the previous print from the Tableau point of view, and that was also good. Well done. So, and I think that's everything. So just to quickly summarize everything actually. So I am really, really impressed. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be able to mentor you, and also giving my team as well to be able to do this as well. So I'm not taking that time lightly. I'm not, because your time is very, very important, and you chose to choose us to be your mentors actually. And also I want to say thank you to my mentors, those ones that have worked tirelessly. So, and those ones that have tried to chase away, that they still coming back. I don't know why anyway, but it shows that there are a lot of things that we offer on the platform anyway. So yeah, so and also for the bodies, developers, and the admin as well, I want to say thank you so much for sticking with me and as well believing in the vision, right? So I have a vision, right, to 2,500 people by the year 2025, and I know it's achievable with everybody. So and I'm working towards this particular goal anyway. So yeah, so that is possible. So I want to say thank you to you guys, the mentors, the admin, my honorable hosts, those ones that every time you are always here, most especially those guys that they know themselves, right? So that they always here actually. So and for instance, Bolu always logging every time. And also I want to say thank you to my host. Yeah, it's my host now. So and all those mentors, yeah. So and also some tutors as well anyway. So you guys, you know yourself, and also for the planning committee, the graduation planning committee, you guys rock actually. So those guys stayed over. Yeah, I have to chase them away yesterday to say, you guys, you can go now. We would set up everything later. So I want to say, you guys are really, you make the job easier. And to be honest, so for me, it's really good for people to believe in your vision, to believe in what you do, and that's why I can say thank you to you, because to be honest, people think maybe they are doing everything, but they don't know that you guys are the one that is doing most of the thing. I only do the talking actually, and this guy is the one that is doing most of the job. So please help me say thank you to them. So I've got a very big team actually. So and this is I would say it's a quarter of the team. So and which in the next time, so this team would have to rest. I bring another team anyway. So it's like that, so that I don't wear everyone off anyway. So that's what is going to happen. So I want to say thank you to everyone. So and of course, let me not forget my humble lady part actually for making this experience worthwhile actually. So because if you didn't allow me to do this, or if you don't support as well, this would not be fruitful. So I want to say thank you, of course, to my developer now, my little developer that you always hear his voice in the background. So and also all my developers, and some of you guys also met those even guys also on the graduations when they're doing the kids graduation. So they are wonderful guys actually. So and yeah, David, Joshua, and Peter. So and they are also faculty in the PT coders anyway. So they are actually, yeah, maybe following in the footsteps of that teaching kids as well as I teach the adults anyway. So yeah, well, to be honest, just to say thank you. So and we have a few more minutes, so we have up to like 10 o'clock. So what we're going to do now, I would ask you guys if you can be on camera. Yeah, I think I can actually, yeah. So 1 minute. So if you want to put some makeup on, and so let's come on and just shout at each other anyway, or one another. So 1 minute. So okay.
So though we asked some questions in the group, but
okay.
Now.
All right.
In this, our last class video, all this we asked, but yet to be seen. Thank you.
All right, 1 minute. I didn't get your question, but can we stop recording for a minute if that's okay? Can we stop recording? Yeah. My onboard admin. And to be honest, this guy